You can get a 180% damage multiplier by the end of your pit pushing on all classes if you stack the percent core stat Rampage Bloodied Affix on all your gear. This works for all classes. Most classes already stack core stats on a lot of their gear anyway. So the more core stat you're already stacking, the higher the percentage of your core stat this affix will proc, giving you more damage. TLDR, the more core stat you have, the more damage you're going to get from these bonuses. You can stack it on all pieces of armor. That's boots, pants, gloves, chest piece, even mythic pieces if you're lucky. And you can also put it on a shield if your class runs one, because those count for armor too. Since Bloodied Affixes can roll for greater affixes, these things can actually get a 3% bonus. And on a class that runs a shield like the Paladin, that would give you an 18% increase in strength or core stat per kill streak tier. First, we're going to talk about how to farm these things. There's two ways to farm these things. For both of them, you'll want to go to Giacool at the southernmost part of the map near the seasonal reputation board. To gamble the seasonal currency fresh meat here at this butcher for the specific piece of armor that you're looking to roll the percent increase in core stat on. Even though it says 10% resource cost reduction, if I'm looking for boots, I gamble boots. And right here, I just got one. Here's one with the affix that's an ancestral item. Another way to farm these things is with a greater bloodied cache. When you finish your seasonal reputation board, you start earning these things every 12,000 seasonal reputation. The trade-off here is that it's not as targeted as gambling the fresh meat at the butcher, but it gives you better gear. It also takes longer. If you're really min-maxing your build, a lot of builds have specific affix requirements. So if you're going for the absolute best in slot gear, it's going to take a lot longer to farm these things. So keep that in mind. Also, depending on the gear that you're running, some of these items may need to be unique. To farm for uniques with Bloodied Affixes, use the layer boss sigil that has the loot pool that contains the corresponding unique that you're looking for. The best place to farm uniques with Bloodied Affixes is through these layer boss sigils. You don't need any additional mats, you just need the sigil, and then they'll drop. You don't have to open a chest. So like if you're using a build that uses Fists of Fate, you can farm for that here, although this isn't the one that we need. So if you're using a Thorns Paladin, you can farm for the percent increase in core stat for Mantle of the Grey right here. TLDR, Bloodied uniques are farmed using the Bloodied layer boss sigils right here. You're going to feel this most in the pit when you're bossing. The key here is to keep your kill streak going through your entire pit run. The more kills you get, the higher your damage is going to scale. The kill streak restarts, or the kill streak timer restarts whenever you go through that portal. So that's nice. Every pit tier, once you hit 500 kills, you are now reaping the full benefit from the percent core stat Bloodied Affix. Every pit tier takes somewhere from 600 to 700 kills to complete, depending on how many elites you kill. When you damage a boss, it restarts your kill streak timer, so you can still get that benefit while you're bossing. If you have the greater affix on your build with 3% on each piece of gear plus the shield, that's going to come out to 18% boost in strength per kill streak tier, which comes out to, once you hit the max tier, that's a 72% increase in strength, which comes out to 1,400. There's roughly a 1% increase in damage per 8 core stat. So you take 1,400 divided by 8, that's roughly 180% damage increase just from stacking these Rampage percent increases to core stats alone. Anyways, if you made it this far, thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, press that like button. If you like me, subscribe. Peace.